participating in today's Innovation Day. It's a fantastic example, an example of the Swedish-Indian partnership that so many have spoken of today. I think is amply illustrated by the large, strong the government, agency, private sector, and academic buy-in that we're seeing. It's not surprising, perhaps, given the very clear mandates and leadership that our prime ministers have shown in this and in other fields, clearly indicating that innovation, sustainability are key areas for us to cooperate. But listening to some of the statements this morning, not least to Dr. Swaroop, it's clear that it's not just a buy-in. It's very much a partnership that is being driven on both sides, not just looking at what we have accomplished, but very much setting our sights to the future and looking at new and potentially very important and constructive areas for future cooperation. I was greatly gratified by a meeting with Dr. Singh earlier this year, where he gathered Dr. Swaroop and all the other key players in his ministry and in Indian agencies, looking from the get-go of his taking up this important areas of responsibility, looking at how India and Sweden can cooperate much even closer than we have in years past. And so it drives us every day. It's a reminder of our task. Let me, of course, also, on a day like this, congratulate my friend, Ambassador Tamaylan, and his very experienced team for this edition of the Innovation Day. I've been fortunate enough to participate in person in earlier years, having been in Stockholm at the time of year when the Innovation Day happens. And I know the impact that this event has. Let me assure him and all others, as necessary, that of course we here at our end, Sweden and India, are trying to carry the same torch in furthering our cooperation, be it at the upcoming Bangalore Tech Summit next month, or at our very own Nobel Memorial Week in December, both, of course, heavily geared towards innovation and sustainability. Even before then, also in November, and I'll use this as my final point, a slight plug, we plan to showcase our services, the Embassies, Business Sweden in India, Sweden-India Business Council in Sweden, as well as the Chamber of Commerce here in India. Together also with our very active Office of Science and Innovation within the Embassy in Sweden, in a week of meetings, the second week of November in Stockholm, Gothenburg, Luleå, and Malmö, in meeting with interested parties, both to see what we can help Swedish companies and investors with in India, but also how we can tie these partnerships, especially perhaps on the startup scene, in making their efforts more valuable and easier as they look at tying up with Indian partners. We call it It's Time for India and Sweden, and I hope that you have received invitations for this. If not, let us know, and we'll be very happy to forward them to you. It takes place during the week of November 8th, and we hope we'll have as many participants as possible, and we'll take the torch forward as best we can on innovation and sustainability. Best of luck today to all participants. Thank you very much, and I look forward to taking